Hello, welcome. This is the second part of the video with respect to the different reports and indices which are relevant to the prelims 2021 of civil services. In this video, we will discuss various indices. The first one is the reports published by the World Economic Forum. The first one is the Global Competitiveness Report Index. In this, let's see what about this Global Competitiveness Report Index. This competitive global competitiveness report index has been published by the World Economic Forum from 2018 onwards. This is the fourth edition of this GCI report, and it encompasses various measures ensured by the country's productivity across 12 pillars and 103 indicators. This index is published annually by the World Economic Forum. And what are the salient features of the GCI 4.0 is not it is started in 2018. The 2019 is fourth edition. 141 countries have been ranked in the Global Competitiveness Index of 2019. Singapore has been top of the list, while Chad, which is an African country, is at the bottom. And the countries are ranked in the GCA with the determinants of their long-term growth. And the score is given from 0 to 100. Based on this score, the rank has been given. Singapore at its top place. And 12 pillars covers under 4 frameworks of the GCI report. These 4 pillars, 4 frameworks include enabling the environment and human capital and markets and also innovation ecosystem. And what is the global competitiveness report measures? It measures 12 pillars among the 103 indicators. Then what is the India's stand in this so-called report? Let's see. India has been ranked as a 68th among the overall ranking. Brazil is at among the BRICS performance. Brazil is at 71, Russia at 43, China at 28, South Africa at 60. India has fell from 58 to 68 compared with the last year. And the reason for this fall is the faster improvement of various countries, which previously ranked lower, now improved better than India. India scored 61.4 in the Global Competitiveness Report for 2019. And coming to the South Asia performance, Sri Lanka at 84, Bangladesh at 105, Nepal at 108, and Pakistan is at 110. This is the overall report. India ranks 25 among the 141 countries in technological governance. That shows how fast the legal framework adopting the digital business models in the economy of India. This is a good situation compared with all the things. And coming to the next thing, Global Social Mobility Index 2020. It covers 5 dimensions. It also published by the World Economic Forum itself. And the 5 dimensions of the social mobility include health, education, technology, work, and protection and institutions. India's rank is 76 out of the 82 countries. That is the worst performance in the Global Social Mobility Index. Coming to the Global Risk Report 2021, it is published by the World Economic Forum. That's all. Apart from that, nothing is important to remember here. And next thing is the Global Gender Gap Report 2021. This Global Gender Gap Report 2021 as published by the World Economic Forum has 4 dimensions on which the ranking has been based. The first dimension is the economic participation and opportunity in this. And second one is the educational attainment. Third one is the health and survival. Fourth one is the political empowerment. These are the four dimensions of the index. And next thing is the Energy Transition Index 2021. Let's see all about this. Here, coming to the just a minute. And here comes Global Energy Transition Index 2021. This Global Energy Transition Index Report 2021 has been published by the World Economic Forum. India has been ranked at the 87th position. Coming to the other things. India has been ranked 87th among the 115 countries. That means the ranking has been done among 115 countries. In the 2021, the Energy Transition Index (ETA) has been reported like this, and the report is published by the World Economic Forum, prepared in collaboration with the Accenture to track nations on the current performance of the energy systems across various aspects. Coming to this index, Sweden ranked among the first and followed by Norway second, Denmark third, Switzerland fourth, then Austria, Finland, UK, New Zealand, France, Iceland, and Zimbabwe is last ranked country in the index with 115 rank. Zimbabwe is at bottom. Coming to the index, it benchmarks 115 countries on the current performance of the energy ecosystems across three dimensions include economic development and growth, environment sustainability, and energy security and access indicators. What here important for the proper maintenance of the energy system is economic development has to be given for the energy systems so as to improve the infrastructure. Second one is environment sustainability. Not only development, but also balancing the environment sustainability and the energy security and the access indicators for all the citizens. These are the some of the dimensions of this report. And coming to the next report, this is somewhat important. The State of Global Climate Report 2020. This State of Global Climate Report has been published by the World Meteorological Organization, and the key findings of the report are 2011 to 2020 is the warmest decade in the record. COVID-19 and extreme weather events were doubled blow to the millions in the world. The cyclone Amphan is the costliest tropical cyclone on record in the North Indian Ocean till now. The cyclone made landfall in May 2020 near India-Bangladesh border, and the economic losses in India due to this cyclone is nearly 14 billion US dollars. 2020 is one of the three warmest years on the record. The increase in the global average temperatures as 2020 1.2 degrees Celsius warmer as compared to the pre-industrial levels. This is the key findings of the report. And coming to the other things, nothing is important apart from this. And next report, going to the next thing. Coming to the reports and indexes that are related to the environment. Here, Environmental Performance Index. It is published by the Yale University, World Economic Forum, along with the Columbia University. And the State of Global Climate Report. It is published by the World Meteorological Organization. We already seen about it. And Adoption Gap Report 2020, it is published by the UNEP, and Emission Gap Report 2020, it is published by the UN Environmental Program. According to the report, the topmost greenhouse gas emitters in the world are, first one is the China, followed by USA, then European Union, and followed by India are the fourth largest gas emitters of the greenhouse gases. And Living Planet report, it is published by the Worldwide Fund for the Nature. These are the some of the reports. And coming to the Climate Change Performance Index, this is published jointly by the German Watch, New Climate Institute, and Climate Action Network. It considers four parameters. Climate Change Performance Index covers four parameters that include greenhouse gas emissions, the first one, and renewable energy uses, and the energy use, and finally climate policy followed by the different countries. This is Climate Change Performance Index published jointly by the German Watch, New Climate Institute, and Climate Action Network. And the Global Climate Risk Index, it published alone by the German Watch. It is an NGO. Global Biodiversity Outlook, it is published by the Convention on the Biological Diversity, that is the CPD. It is important. We will discuss it in detailed manner. Food Waste Index, published by the UN Environment Program. Among these, which are important, we will discuss briefly about. Into this Emission Gap Report 2020, it is published by the UN Environment Program, and the annual report measures the gap between the anticipated emissions and levels consistent with the Paris Agreement goals, and it will measure the gap between these two things, thereby gives the report based on this ranking. And limiting the global warming this century to well below 2 degrees centigrade and pursuing 1.5 degrees centigrade. This is the Paris Agreement goal. And analysis for the year 2019, record high greenhouse gas emissions have been seen, and it is continued to grow third consecutive year. A high record of 52.4 gigatons of carbon equivalent without including land use changes has been emitted among the global greenhouse gas emissions. In some indication that the growth in the global greenhouse gas emissions is slowing. However, they are declining in Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development countries economies and increasing in the non-OECD economies. And record carbon emissions have been seen, which are dominating the greenhouse gas emissions. Fossil CO2 emissions reached 38 gigatons. These all digits are not important, just for small understanding, that's all. And we will see something about this. That's all, nothing is important. Coming to the UN Environment Program, it is a global environmental authority established in 1972 June 5th, and its functions include global environmental agenda, promotes sustainable development within the UN environment, and serves as authoritative advocate for the global environment protection. Major reports published by the UNEP include Emission Gap Report and Global Environment Outlook and Frontiers and Invest into Healthy Planet. These are the reports. And major campaigns include Beat Pollution, UN 75, World Environment Day, and Wild for Life. And it is headquartered in the Nairobi, Kenya. UNEP headquartered in the Africa, that is the Nairobi, in the country of Kenya. This is all about this index. Coming to the Global Biodiversity Outlook, it is published as usually by the Convention on Biological Diversity, that is the CPD. It is a periodic report that summarizes latest data on the status and trends of the biodiversity, and The status and trends include different programs have been taken up by the governments of the different countries, and different achievements towards the objectives of the convention, such as IG targets, IG biodiversity targets, all these things, and identifies key actions to achieve all these actions, all these things. GPO5 is an overview of the state of nature. It is a final report card on the progress made by the countries in achieving the IG biodiversity target, which is said to be established up to the 2020, and it will be expired after 2020. Coming to the other things regarding the report, failure to meet IG biodiversity targets have been seen. None of the 20 IG biodiversity targets agreed by the national government through the CBD has been met. Thus, it is said to be a major failure. Mention on the biodiversity, Cartagena protocol on biosafety, protocol on access to the genetic resources and fair equitable sharing. All UN member states have been ratified the treaty. This convention on the biodiversity. That's all. Next report, that is the Food Waste Index Report. According to the Food Waste Index Report 2021, 17% of food available at consumer level were wasted in 2019. This is the thing. And about the report, it is published by the UNEP and along with the partnership of the WRAP. And index prepared by using data from 54 countries and extrapolated to the remaining countries. And UNEP revealed that food waste was a global problem, not that just developed world, but also global problem. Key highlights of the report include 931 million tons of food waste was generated in 2019. 61% of the food waste comes from the households, 26% from the food services, including hotels, all these things, and 13% from the retail shops. And 70% of the total global food waste has been wasted. On an average, 74 kgs of food wasted per capita at household level. Some countries like Austria and South Africa produce very low amounts of waste. That is 39 kg per capita per year, 40 kg per capita per year, respectively. That means Austria and South Africa performing well. Nigeria and Rwanda producing waste 189 per kg per capita, 164 kg per capita per year. This is the worst performance among the Nigeria and Rwanda. And India's ranking, household food waste estimate around 50 kg per capita per year, 68.76 lakhs tons per year. The household food waste is estimated in US 59 kg per capita per year, while China estimates 64 kg per capita per year. And the household waste is the most food waste among the total things. Impact of the food waste substantially impacts the environment, social and economic. And greenhouse gas emissions, 8 to 10% of the global greenhouse gas emissions associated with the food waste that is not consumed. Because of the food waste, different gases released, methane, carbon, some like these gases, sulfur dioxide. From there, greenhouse gas emissions have been created. Economic loss. Food loss and waste causes 940 billion per year economic losses. Reductions can save money for farmers, companies, and also households. These are about the different types of reports. Coming to the final things, that is the miscellaneous reports. We'll see one by one. Here, nothing is that much important. We will cover in a simple manner. The first one is the India Energy Outlook. It is published by the IEA. That is the India Energy Association, World Energy Outlook, also by IEA, sorry, International Energy Association, Global EV Outlook, also by IEA, Global Energy and CO2 Status, also published by the IEA. These four reports published by the IEA include India Energy Outlook, World Energy Outlook, Global Electric Vehicle Outlook, Global Energy and CO2 Status Report. All things regarding the energy and electric vehicles has been published by the IEA. And coming to the next thing, Global Hunger Index 2020, uh, published jointly by the Concern Worldwide and the Weltunger Life. Four indicators it considers: undernourished, child wasting, child stunting, and child morality. These are the four indicators: undernourishment, child wasting, child stunting, and child morality. India ranked 94 among the 107 countries. It is lagging behind the some of the neighboring countries include Nepal, Pakistan, and Bangladesh also. And coming to the Global Nutrition Report 2020, it is published by the Nutrition for Growth. Democracy Index, it is published by the Economist Intelligence Unit, EAU. It is based on 5 categories. These categories include electoral process and pluralism, civil liberties, functioning of the government, and political participation and political culture. The 4 regime types include full demo. The classification, it classified different types of democracies include full democracy, and second one is the flawed democracy, third one is the hybrid regimes, and fourth one is the pure authoritarian regimes. Authoritarian regimes such as North Korea, Cuba, and now joined the Afghanistan also under the Taliban. Hybrid regimes include somewhat like a government, looks like government, but inside they will ruled by authoritarianism. For example, China, Russia, all these countries. And flawed democracies, somewhat majorly democracy, but there is a lot of corruption involved, various lot of things have been involved. India has been classified as the flawed democracy. This is the a major concern here. And full democracies include best performance in the democracy. This is the things with regard to the democracy index, which is published by the Economist Intelligence Unit, and the Global Livability Index published by the EIU also, EIU only, and it also publishes Food Sustainability Index. And coming to the Global Peace Index, it is published by the Institute for Economics and Peace. Global Terrorism Index, it is published by the Institute for Economic and Peace. Freedom in the World 2021, it is published by the Freedom House. Global Terrorism Index, published by the Institute for Economics and Peace. Global Peace Index, published by the same institute, that is the Institute for Economic and Peace. Whereas Freedom in the World 2021, published by the Freedom House, it is a US-based human rights watchdog. And this report downgraded India's status from free position to the partly free country. Academic Freedom Index, it is published by the Global Public Policy Institute. And final thing, important, World Press Freedom Index 2021, it is published by the Reporters Without Borders, an NGO. Among this, India ranked 142 out of the 180 countries in the Press Freedom Index, remains one of the world's most dangerous countries for the journalist. India has become one of the world's most dangerous countries for the journalists according to this World Press Freedom Index. Reporters Without Borders, it is publishing agency. Corruption Perception Index 2020, it is published by the Transparency International. It is important. India rank is 86 among 180 countries. Democracy Report versus Democracy Autocratization goes viral. This is not important. And Global Innovation Index 2020. It is most important. It is published jointly by the World Intellectual Property Rights Organization, INSEAD, and the Cornell University. India ranked 48, yearly at 48th position. World Competitiveness Report Index published by the Institute for Management Development. And the Henley Passport Index 2020, it is published by the Henley. India ranked 85th among the most powerful passports. Global Manufacturing Risk Index, it is published by the Cushman and Wakefield. And various domestic reports are there. We will make a clear video on domestic reports because it is more important for the prelims. That's why we will make it. Domestic means reports given by the India. And these all about the various reports and indices of the part 2. That's all. Thank you.